You know, like my father, when he came to America, you know, he had 2 kids, I think, at the time. My uncle got him a push cart, and he would go there and load it up for him. When he would be done, my uncle would pay him for the day, you know, not what he made, just pay him back. So he did that for a while, and then he said, what am I, stupid? I could get my own push cart to go around. So he got about 4 or 5 men together, all different, you know, different, like, we're Sicilian, one was Abruzzese, one was something else. You understand Italian? Yeah. So he got them all together, and he'd go to the market. And he'd buy all the fish, and they would separate it, because he couldn't use all that fish himself. He would come to our house, and my father would give them all their bill. And he did pretty good with his push cart. Then he got a wagon. And then he got a Jeep.
I'm actually the eel whisperer. My name is Nick. I've been working in Ippolito's for 10 years, and now I work down at Samuel's and Son down at the market. But I always come back every year for Christmas and touch base with how I got into the fish industry in the first place, where I first found out my love for being a pesciatore and dealing with the people, making Italian traditions stretch into the future. And even after my grandparents are gone, I still want to take what they showed me about seafood and pass it on to the customers.
This was his route. Oh, yeah. And past Dickinson Street. And he saw the store. He said, why don't I open up the store and get maybe the kids to stay here? He wasn't worried about school. And he'd still go out in the street. So then this woman that lived down the street, who he rented the store from, said, oh, well, I'm going to have to take the store back. She says, because I want to open up the store. So he went right away across the street. That lady moved into the store. He moved into the store, down the corner. But what he did, put the stuff outside, was giving it away. They weren't selling anything over there. So they closed. He was a good salesman, and he started to do real well.
Say when? Am I looking over here? Looking at you? All right. My name's Adam. I'm a fishmonger here at Samuel's, or Ippolito's rather. I used to work over at Samuel's around Christmas time. I mean, until recently, I thought that was a rush, but I mean, when I started working here, there's nothing like it. I mean, it's something I would come back for even if I ever got another job. I mean, it's a blast. It opens up in the morning. It's total just, you know, insanity from the moment you open the door to the time you close the door. I mean, people coming in, you know, everyone giving you a call, you know, you're on the phone all hours of the day. Everybody's yelling at everybody else. I mean, it's all done in good fun.
Oh, yeah. Boy. My grandmother once ate 7 eels on Christmas Eve, hit the Powerball, never saw her again.
My name is Rochelle Mazzara. I do all the cooking, the salad, the mixed. 29 years I work over here, the same. And I love to work with him. I started because I live around the corner. I was at home, I have a baby, and then I said to Sam, you need somebody to work for a couple of hours. He said to me, yeah, sure, why not? At Christmas time I started. I don't know why, but I enjoy it to work, even at Christmas.
But I was still going to school. I went to St. Paul's, and I used to walk from here to Christian Street to go. Then I started coming down and help my father on a Friday. My sister was always here. And I got involved a little bit with the store. Sometimes take the L and the bus with my kids. And then the 2 older ones were going to school, and I had the baby. I've been at work all my life.
I learned a ton from Anthony, Sammy. They were both working here when I was here. I remember when Ronnie Ippolito right there running the store now. I remember when Ronnie was 15 running the store, working on the truck. You know, I would go to war with these guys, and I do every single day. There's nothing I want to do for them.
In my house, before I have the kids, I don't have no ketchup, no mustard, no mayonnaise, All Italia stoppa, capicollo, soprassato, prosciutto.
It never feels like there's a dull moment around here. Even when it's dead or when it's slow, you know, you got people outside yelling, what's the price on this? You know, you got the balloons back there. You have, you know, the 10,000 little old ladies come in and they all want to talk to you at the same time. You got like this little, you know, this little entourage of old people around you. You got cooked food, you got the samples coming out of the kitchen, you're always picking on stuff, people bringing you coffee. There's really honestly nothing like it. I mean, around Christmas time in South Philly, you're going to get all sorts of characters coming in. So it's the people you're working with, you know, the ambiance, the long hours. It makes it worthwhile at the end of the day because when you sit down, you get yourself that cocktail on Christmas Eve. You know, it's you earned that. You know.
This is me and my dad's tradition. We come here every year, a couple days before Christmas. And, you know, even though we've moved farther out, we always still make this time for each other, which is really, really
quality
great.
time.
That's right.
My family does a 7 fish dinner. I don't necessarily show up all the time because sometimes I fall asleep.
My 7 fish? All right, well,
Calamari, crabs, langostino.
I got a really neurotic grandmother that insists on tradition.
I know Italian people, they eat 7 fish.
About 5 years ago, we convinced her to put as many of the 7 fish as humanly possible into one pot of pasta.
Calamari, bacala, melt.
So we do a crab gravy base, and then we add scallops, shrimp, we do a little alige on the bottom there, just give it some flavor.
We always do bacala, merluzzo, we do the clams, the mussels, a little bit of crab gravy.
What else do they eat? Shrimp, sconcille, attaposi, yeah.
Clams and mussels on top, and then we add a little cream to it to make like a cream sauce.
Sardine, no.
And on the side, we get like either cod or flounder, and we make a little casserole we call Grandma's fish.
And I usually bring the capitone, which is the eel, but nobody really eats it but me.
I can imagine. We have more than 7 because we're Italian, so 7 is never enough.
7 is not enough.
Indisputable.
Who brought a coffee? Anybody bring a coffee? You brought me a coffee. You could be next.